Coming up on Mountain News this morning, Hazard's mission to revitalize the downtown area continues, so stay with us to find out what's in store. And it takes two to raise a river as Kentuckians and West Virginians work together to help keep the Tug Fork River clean.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. The time is 6 o'clock on September 7th. Now let's check in with Chief Forecaster Brandon Robinson for a look at your forecast this morning. And Brandon, we've heard the rain, we've seen it on the radar, so we can expect that. And as you guys are waking up, getting ready to go to work and school, umbrella, rain jacket might not be a bad idea this morning.
Exactly. So again, this is going to be around for at least the first half of the day. Our western neighbors may clear it first because the cold front will come through there first. But again, the eastern counties, you may have to deal with it for a little while into the afternoon hours. Take a look, see what's been going on in the last few hours. And you see on the satellite radar loop, it's kind of started to, for now anyway, at least clear the western counties, and it's over in the eastern counties at this point. And this looks to be the trend for not only today, but the next several days of where the rain is going to try to set up shop at. And again, I-75 Mount Vernon getting a little bit more traffic out there this morning. People get moving around, but again, kind of dry out there for the moment there, northbound on the interstate right there. Temperatures upper 60s, low 70s. Across most of the region, the only two exceptions basically 64 in Wise and 65 in Clintwood. Breakdown for today, scattered chances for showers and storms, and scattered is the key word I want you to remember. 30% chance mainly east, and we'll continue to see those rain chances for the most part go down as we head deeper into the afternoon. Hopefully some late day clearing will take place a little bit later on. Olivia?
Brandon, thank you. An officer from one Southern Kentucky Police Department is turning his badge in. Detective Sergeant Danny Robinson worked for the London Police Department for more than 20 years. Folks with the department say it marks the end of an era in law enforcement, but added it also serves as a reminder of the incredible dedication and sacrifice police officers make to keep communities safe. September 1st marked 8 years since the historic Grand Hotel building in downtown Hazard burned, and the lot has not been used since. But that is all about to change. I was able to speak with city officials yesterday about their plans for the site as they are continuing to revitalize downtown. September 1st marked 8 years since downtown Hazard saw one of its worst fires in city history.
We lost the Grand Hotel. And, you know, we lost the Peking restaurant, several businesses were in it, but we had several homes. People lived there, and it's been a blank hole for 8 years.
In 2021, Mayor Happy Mobilini says the city gained ownership of the historic Grand Hotel property. Now they are working to turn that vacant lot into something special.
What you see now is the prep work. It's a huge area, and it's going to be an outdoor space.
A new outdoor space along Main Street that downtown coordinator Bailey Richards says is going to create new opportunities for the community.
We're still kind of figuring out the layout, but there's definitely some things that we know we want. We want to have a space for stage. We want to have a space for just public area, so wide open space where people can play games.
Also hoping new businesses get the chance to thrive with 3 to 5 food truck stalls plus market stalls available to rent. Richard says they are creating a space for a little bit of everything.
We want to have some permanent like cornhole boards and things like that in town, and we want to have some permanent seating in here. In addition to that, we know we want to have the food truck spaces and the market stall spaces.
And not only is this new project going to be something exciting and new for the community, they also tell me they're hoping to implement pieces of history from where the Grand Hotel once stood.
When the Grand Hotel unfortunately had to be taken down, it had a lot of limestone pieces on it that were large, and so we hope to use those in the design.
Entering a new era while not leaving its history behind. Richards and Mobilini say they do not have a specific date as to when everything will be completed, and they say it will take time. However, they do hope to have the area usable in some capacity by Oktoberfest, which will take place on Saturday, October 7th. Kentuckians are now just hours away from placing the first legal sports bets in the Commonwealth. There's a lot of excitement at the Red Mile in Lexington as they get ready for in-person betting. It starts today at 10 a.m. At Red Mile, they'll have 14 self-serve kiosks and 5 teller options to place your wager. Red Mile's Gabe Pruitt says even if you're new to betting, they are available to help.
Well, it's going to be very easy because we're going to have a lot of people on the property that have a lot of experience in this. So Caesars Entertainment operates, I believe, 186 sports books, so they're very well versed. We're happy to have a lot of our management here on the property within the sports book that are coming from other properties internally.
While retail betting begins today, online betting will begin later this month on September 28th. The Kentucky Derby Museum in Louisville has been ranked by USA Today as one of the country's best attractions for sports fans. The museum was the only attraction in Kentucky nominated for the attractions category. The Derby Museum ranked 5th on the list. Museum staffers say they are working on several major projects and exhibits for next year's 150th running of the Kentucky Derby. The line between Pike County, Kentucky and Mingo County, West Virginia is often blurred, mostly by the rushing water of the Tug Fork River. WYMT's Buddy Forbes shares how that line is getting a little love from a group all about cleaning the Tug and celebrating tourism.
And some of them is even beginning to rot and decay. They've been in there.
It has been 5 years of tireless effort to undo decades of damage.
We're talking about, 100 years worth of sin. We pull tires out of here that come off of old T-model Ford.
The group Friends of the Tug Fork River is hoping to highlight what they consider to be one of the region's best tourist attractions by reducing the rubber in the river.
And that's one of the #1 comments I get. Is how many tires are in the river.
Hitting the water Wednesday for the annual Tire Tug of War.
It's important to our area. It's important to the future of this area.
The organization works with volunteers and workers from Kentucky and West Virginia, using equipment and expertise from the West Virginia DEP's REAP program.
And we're lucky that we have 2 states that are helping. If we were an inland river in one state, we would only have 1 state to work with, but we're lucky enough we have 2.
And while more volunteers are needed and welcome, the group's efforts to wheel out the waste have had a significant impact.
I get a little discouraged at times because you'll think, man, you're just not making a difference, but it is definitely makes a difference. Every tire gone is a tire gone.
Celebrating more than 10,000 tires dredged from the depths.
There's natural beauty behind me, but this is really ugly, and we're getting rid of it. And we need some help to do it.
Revitalizing the river and reviving the region.
I would say we'll call it a good year.
1 tire at a time. In Pike County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
You can follow the efforts of the group and find out how to be a part of its projects by visiting our website.
6:08 here on this Thursday morning. We continue to track a little bit of rain across parts of the region. It's mostly in the eastern counties. Let's take a look at live pinpoint Doppler radar, and I think that's where it's going to live basically for most of today. Let's take you a little closer to some of the hot spots there. It's basically all around Pikeville, east and west, down toward Jenkins, getting a pretty good little shower this morning, over toward Cumberland, getting a pretty good little shower this morning, and then south of Hazard, going back over toward southwest Virginia, back over toward the Duffield area between Lee County and Wise County there, and then coming out of Knox County into parts of Bell, Leslie, and Harlan County. So just again, be careful out there. Give yourself plenty of time to get around. Watch out for ponding water. Mild morning out there. Most folks at or close to or above 70, except for Wise and Clintwood, 64 and 65 respectively. 82 this afternoon. Clouds will linger for a while today. That will take a little bit of the heat out of our skies there, so to speak. So we'll continue to watch that and keep you posted. Olivia?
Thank you, Brandon, and thanks for joining Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. Coming up as the G20 summit approaches, 2 key leaders will be missing from the gathering of the 20 largest economies.